All right, folks. So today it's something that I'm really excited about. I want to share with you because it's pretty much today could be the last day I am looking at this receptacle, and I will tell you the reasons why I'm saying it and why you should also consider never use this again. Perhaps I'm late, but if I'm not, this has been around for over 100 years. This type of design, maybe the look could change, but the design of and functionality, the way you connect the wires, there are different variants of this one. For example, with this one, you connect your wire through these screws, as well as here you do the same, or alternatively you can use this wire, these holes over here, and that's where you punch in or you push the connectors. That's where you push in your wires, and it stays intact. However, you have something like this one. With this one, they have improved a little bit, which is still okay in some case. And the way this one works is that you actually put your wire goes in here. Your wire goes inside here. That's where your wire goes, instead of putting it around this screw, it actually goes inside here, and that's how you connect those wires, and then you tighten these screws. This is okay. It's safe in some way as long as you do it right and you tighten this right, and you will not have any errors. At least on this guy here, at least this they have improved. However, we still do see this around, and people use this around, and the way they improve the safety when you connect these, when you connect using this receptacle, the way you do it, you take this electrical tape. This one, for example, you get this electrical tape, and after connecting with your wires to these screws, you now tape around here, so that if there is any wire that is loose inside the receptacle box, you can actually prevent it from tapping into this loose or this open screws. And that's how we kind of secure this type of receptacle. We've used them, they're okay, they're still being used today. However, probably this is the last time I personally will be using this one, and the reason is Leviton, our friend Leviton, have came up with a great solution that is revolutionary. The reason I'm saying it's revolutionary, just look at the design, and from the look of it, you can already see this is a step up. After 100 years, we've been waiting for a safer way of connecting our receptacle, and this will actually improve your time, how much time you spend on connecting your wires to this one, and how much you spend on connecting this guy, even on this guy as well. So the way this works is that if you look at it right on the face of it, before I can even go why this is so important, to why you should be considering using this one, is right when you look the design of it. Of course, there are some obvious look to it already, which I will tap into that, but there is something really critical about this one, is the child safety, or just a safety measure that you can't accidentally put in something that will electrocute you, right? Before this hose to open, it's either you have to have a full, like this two has to open at the same time for it to go in, right? For it to go in, or you have this kind of plug, this one here, and you plug it in, and that is when you can open this hole. So you can't just open one of it. You can see yourself, I can't. This does not go in. My tester does not. Okay, I turned it on. My tester does not go in. You see that? My electrical tester does not go in. And another obvious thing that you can look at him. You see how big this part is. This now makes it easier when you're putting in your wall. It's gonna be flat, it's going to be flashed flat into the wall, and it's gonna make it very easy to put the plate and everything. It's just going to look nice and clean, unlike the traditional ones that we have. This one, it's always difficult to get a proper measure how to cut your drywall or whatever or whatnot in order to get this flash to the wall. But with this one, look at how big this one is, and it gives you the versatility to have this one flashed against the wall. And that's another advantage of using this type of receptacle. Now, the other feature that we have here is that you see they have a label, they have these connectors over here. So these connectors that allow you to know exactly, oh, here I have to put the black wires, and this side I have to put white wires. But this one you won't really know where to put white unless you have to read exactly where it tells you that, oh, this is for hot wire, which is a black wire that goes this side, and this is the white wire that goes that side. But I have to read, and sometimes I have to look at, okay, where is it written, so I know exactly where to go. But with this one, right when I have it, when I turn it this side, I know my white wire is going over on this side, and the black is going this side, and the green, which is the ground wire, goes there. And the next tip that is critical also is how you connect. You can see I don't have any metal showing around. There is no metal except these screws, and beside that, these screws cannot tap into your wire. So when you connect your wires, it's just flash in, and it doesn't there is no way you can get your wire come and connect into this metal plate. Unlike this one, you can see how easily this one can, if this one trips, can go into this metal and connect and create some short circuit. However, with this one you can't. Everything is just plastic all around. Now, how do you connect these wires? And that's where you have this one. You see, they're even hard, and that's to say that when you get your wire and then you put it inside here, it just goes in, and then you push this one, it just clicks in, and it clamps in really hard. There is no way for it to go out unless you didn't cut the proper length that is recommended how to do it. And in a minute I'm going to show you how you can connect your wires, and you just clamp it, and you do the same thing on this one as well. You do that, and then it just clicks, and has this click, it doesn't move, this doesn't jiggle, it really stays intact. And that's how beautiful this is. Remember, using this method, with this method, you're already cutting a lot of time for you to get your wire. You must have a wire, you must have a plier, so you know that, okay, I have to get my plier and I have to create a hook so that I can hook it into this one. But with this, all I have to do, have my tool, my proper tool, have this one, cut it properly with the length that goes inside here. And once I have it, and I will just go click this and clamp it into place, and that just stays. And this why I'm saying to you that this is revolutionary, and it's something I would definitely recommend moving forward. If you are using like your normal 15 amp receptacle, this is the way to go. Now in a minute I'm going to show you how you can connect your wire to this receptacle. Alright, so I went to Home Depot, got this one. This is a 14 by 3 gauge wire, and I also have, so it doesn't matter, this is just for demonstration purpose. And I have my my tool that I'm going to cut the wire. All right, so you have your wire, so you have your receptacle and you have your wire that you are about to connect. And what you do for now, so forget about this red one here. Right now we're only focusing on the black, white, and this one, which is your ground wire. And the way this works, how would you know the depth or the length of what goes in there? Well, I'm going to show you how that works. So get your wire. This is a 14 and I have my 14 gauge. I'll go into the 14 gauge here, like just like that, and I am going to twist this. All right, so now you cut your wire. How would you know how would you know how to place this inside? Now, the way it works, it's very simple. You see this side over here? You see this side over here? Yeah, you see this space over here, right here? This will tell you the depth that you need to cut your wire, this wire. So we have to test it out. So you see I'm a little bit over. You see that? I am a little bit over. All right, this shows me that I'm a little bit over, so I have to cut it so that it can go flash in right there. So I know I need to cut it somewhere here. So I'm gonna get my tool and cut it. Let's measure. I think I am still a little bit over. So I need to cut it a little bit again. Just cut it a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. So let's test this. A little bit over. The thing is, we don't want anything to be exposed, so we really want this to be flashed in and go inside. That's what we want to achieve. This is perfect. This is exactly how we want this, and this is a black wire. So what you do, you open that and you flash in like that. You see that? You see that? Everything has to go in like that, and then you clip it like that, and it stays intact. I'm pulling it like now. I'm pulling it with a lot of force. It's not coming up. You see that? And look how clean this is, just like that. And you do the same on the other side as well. Just make sure you have the correct depth of this one. In most cases, you want to cut them, all of them into, you want to cut them correct depth before you can put that in. But to remove it is also easier. You just pull this like that, and then it's out. You see that? Very easy, very easy. So I have my black, click like that, open this, and that, and then you have this one. You get your neutral, which is the green one, and you pass it in. Now this one, it doesn't matter because this is your ground wire, so go punch it and like that. Now you may be wondering, well, only receptacle? No, it's not only for receptacle. They also have it into your switch. So you also have it on the switch. The switch also comes with the same design, pretty much the same. They have it on the switch as well. Now currently I only saw that they have it for 15 amp. I didn't see 20 amp, but I hope they will come with a 20 amp, but currently I only saw it with 15 amp. You can see they also label it right there for you, 15 amp, but it can also work on 220 and 120 volts. This is something I would definitely recommend you to do, to use. And if you have an electrician working on your house, I would recommend you to get this type of receptacle rather than using this old 100 years old design. And be safe, have your kids be safe, and you don't have to worry about any incident that could happen unless something major comes along. But other than that, I hope this was informative to you. If you have questions, let me know in the comment below, and I'll catch you on the next one.